Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So second time's the charm, hopefully. So this time it should record with sound, right? So a lot of people have been asking me about the summoner camp, summoner resort, whether it's worth it, how it works, what are the best strategies, and all sorts of different things. And I had a bit of a busy evening last night. I actually went to see Thor Ragnarok and had a nice evening out afterwards. But nonetheless, now I'm here and I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. This isn't really a store, you have no choice. The point is that in every level of these items, we can see them numbered by numbers 1 to all the way up to 5. You effectively will end up buying every single item right there. So we have these 3 months where each month we have these set of milestones in the solo event that we earn, and in the said solo event we end up earning 2 tokens of each level. 2 level 1s, 2 level 2s, 2 level 3s, whatever. And if you take a look at how many tokens we can spend in the store, it's 6. So that means that we're going to end up buying every single item that can be purchased with these blue tokens over the course of next 3 months. And you don't need to worry or think which items are better, which ones are worth it, because you can see that the refresh time there is 105 days. You effectively have no choice. So you're going to end up buying all of the tier 1 alphas, all of the tier 5 basics, so on and so forth. So don't stress about it. Pick whichever items you like first. Eventually, over the course of 3 months, you're going to get every single item that is with a numbered thing, blue badge next to it. Now, the only choice that you really do have is how you're going to spend your super golden special mega badges, which you earn 1 a month. You're going to get 3 of them in total. So you can pick 1 reward with 3 golden badges, or 3 rewards with 1 golden badge, which is all these plat pool things, basically. So that's about it, right? This store is effectively meant to last 3 months. You're going to get every single thing with the blue badges. And the same thing with the resort. You're going to earn appropriate amount of badges to buy every single item here. I know some of these, for instance, with the number 3 here in the resort pass, has 3 different items to it. But again, you're going to earn 3 badges every month. You're going to be able to purchase everything here. And you don't really have a choice. Only choice that you will have is which one of these fancier items to pick. And you're going to get 1 of those. That's it. So that being answered, more important questions. Is the resort pass worth it? And in my opinion, yes. If you ever spend any money on this game, the resort path is worth obtaining. And the justification for that would be very, very simple. Because if you look at the solo milestones in your summoner camp and your summoner resort, whatever, then you're going to see that they also even include units. For most part, the milestones are fairly meh. There are a few decent, few good things, but most importantly, these individual milestones alone will include 90 units in milestone 21, and then they will have 300 units in milestone 29. I mean 390 units a month for $10. To get that pass all 3 months, you would need $30. For $30, you would get well over 1,000 units, like 1,080 units. And if you jump to your unit store, you can see that $30 are going to get you like 850 units instead. So for the units alone, it is worth it. And then if you keep doing the event, obviously all of this would be effectively a bonus. In which case, yeah, again, if you ever spend money on this game, resort passes are well worth it. Are the top ups worth it? Not really, unless you plan on kind of skipping some days or being busy at time. Those top ups are not really needed because you still get a couple of grace days. And this year around, you actually don't need to clear these milestones every single day. You need to clear them every 2 days. So whenever you can see these solo objective things, special or summer event, you see that next objective starts in 4 hours. You can have 2 of these active at the same time, which means you can have an off day. You don't have to clear every objective every single day. If you don't do it by the 3rd day, then you're going to lose 1 day. But there will still be 3 grace days, which can afford you to lose a couple of these things anyhow, which effectively would just be some extra shards, nothing too special. So all those things considered, this is more summoner friendly event than it was last year, for sure, with the addition of the grace days in its base, with also kind of making it easier by taking the choice away, I suppose, because that's quite the problem here, in my opinion. I really dislike the events where they create a store that isn't really a store, because you end up picking up every single item in here. It automatically loses quite a bit of value to me, opposed to if I actually had a choice. For instance, if there were double the purchase limits of the same items, I would love this event much more, because right now, as things stand, on month 1, I'm going to get 2 badges with number 1 on it, and I'm going to buy the tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. On month number 2, when this event is going to repeat itself, I'm going to only be able to buy 1 set of tier 5 basic fragments, and then I'm going to have to start by tier 1 alphas. Now, tier 1 alphas are completely useless to me personally. I don't need them. I have them expiring. I often sell them or let them expire or whatever, but I'm going to be forced to buy these things. So, from that perspective, I'm not the biggest fan of this store. It is still much better event overall, and there are some decent things. There are some rank 4 materials, some dual crystals, and if you buy the pass, then the dual nexus crystals. That's another thing that I didn't quite like, where if you see that this resort store, which is paid store to have access, is always kind of like annoyingly slightly better than the free one. And let me explain that. For instance, these 6-star crystals. In the free one, they're regular crystals. In the paid one, they're nexuses. Rank 4 fragments in the free one are about, 50 or 30% less than they are in the paid one. So again, it does, and here, for instance, we have 50% tier 5 CC selector. In the free one, it's a random 50% tier 5 CC. So that really does kind of irk me a lot, and especially it would irk me even more if I wouldn't have access to the paid one, where you basically get the shittier half of the event, and the better items, the better slight upgrades on all of the items, like double plus go to the people that pay. So again, I'm really not a big fan of this entire setup. The deck I've started, I'd much prefer a calendar. And then, I don't know if they wanted to unlock some, whatever, another paid calendar for all I care. But in its essence, I'm still not the biggest fan of this setup. But at the very least, this year around, it is kind of more user-friendly. Another thing about the Resort Pass that I want to make sure is that you are aware that the Resort Pass fills in retroactively, which means that if you are collecting points in Summoner Camp, and for instance, in completely unrelated thing, happen to win $10 in a particular giveaway on a particular channel with an extremely handsome and intelligent host, then you can buy the Resort Pass midway through the event, and it will retroactively fill all the points to match the amount of points that you have in Summoner Camp. So for instance, you can go 15 days without having Summoner Resort unlocked, buy the pass 15 days in the event, and you'll have all of the past points already filled up for you. So you don't have to buy the Resort Pass immediately. As far as top-ups are concerned, the top-ups are really not needed. They're nice if you plan on being lazy or careless, but you already have the grace days. You have to only do these things every 2 days this time around as well. So you really don't need to get the top-ups. So ultimately, that's pretty much where we stand. Very quick recap, most importantly. Number 1, you're going to get every single item in the Happy Camper and Regal Resort Store that's with those numbered badges. You don't have to choose, you don't have to break your brain. Eventually, over the course of 3 months, you're going to get all of them. You're going to have to pick one grand prize with 3 of your golden badges, basically, or you can just count all of these 3 plat pool things as one. That's about it. So you're going to get all of the regular numbered badges and one of the bigger prize type of thing. Is it worth spending $30 or $10 a month to get access to it? Yeah, if you ever spend on the game. Are you going to be missing something absolutely insane and going to be left really far behind if you don't? No. Realistically, it's nice. It's definitely worth it compared to the unit price in the game and stuff like that. But there's nothing super mega special, extraordinary. You're not missing out on 3 to 4 rank up gem. You're not missing out on 6-star awakening gems and things like that. So you don't need to break your bank either. Lastly, what you need to know is that you can buy the resort pass later, and it will retroactively fill the points that you have amassed in Summoner Camp. And also, you need to know that you do not have to do these objectives daily. You can do them every 2 days without missing out on anything. That's about as simple explanation as I can give for everything. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'll do my best to answer, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about